Hello, welcome back to Football United TV. Thank you so much for tuning in recently. We are joined today by Eleanor. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. I got the blues actually because I go back to work on Monday and it's just gone really quick this Christmas. I
Oh,
thought
I
it would
know. It's
run,
crazy.
but it's still gone as quick as normal, you know what I mean? Even though everything's been shut. So
Yeah.
reality's just hit me today. So I'm just trying to enjoy as much as I can. Tottenham winning 3-0 against Leeds. How are you feeling about that? I think we talked about this the other day. You was quite weary about going into this game because Leeds, they do get a few goals, and you managed to not let in one. That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked at that, to be honest. I do feel like they did have their chances, but they are quite wasteful. We do know that over the course of the league, they generally are wasteful. They just don't. They seem to get a lot of chances, but they're just not very clinical. Even though Bamford is like up there in the Golden Boot, but they create so much. He could be ahead if he was to put half of them away. But yeah, we seem to play quite well. I expected us to break on the counter. I expected us to they're because they are quite wasteful. You can allow them to have the ball, and we will get our chances. The problem is with Leeds, if they play like that against all of the like top teams, they will get punished because better strikers and better players will obviously attack them and get those goals because they leave so much space. Even when they're 3-0 down, they're still going at you. The minute we got the penalty, it was like they opened up so much because they just had to come forward at us. And I just feel like that's the problem with the way they play. If you don't have top players, Leeds cannot do much against the top six.
I agree. And I was saying to you as well about the way that Man United played against them. It reminded me of the game today. The fact that you didn't let them. You didn't let them have the ball, and you weren't sitting back like waiting to counteract. You were literally taking it to them, and I think that's where Leeds don't do very well. Do you know what I mean? They can't handle those sorts of situations because Marcelo Bielsa always sticks to that number one rule, doesn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah. He literally he won't change his tactics at all. He does need to. I mean, I condemn them for having the confidence, but he definitely could take things differently and maybe get different results. But the way they come at you, they did have a lot of the ball within the first half, especially. But the way they come at you, if we're in the box and we have players like Son and Kane, you can be really clinical. The thing is, they are very shaky defensively. I just thought it was going to be a bit more high scoring. Like, I assumed they were going to get a goal at least.
That's what I was saying. They usually always score. I think there's only been one other game they've played this season where they haven't scored a goal. So it's good to be able to say you kept a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Great great play by Kane and Son today again. You know what I mean? Them two are fantastic, aren't they? I mean, what people are saying that Kane's going to leave at some point. Do you think he's happy just staying at Tottenham for the rest of his time? Do you know what I mean?
He is supposed. Well, Son is supposed to sign a new contract. And he's supposed to sign a new contract soon, so hopefully that gets done. That would be, it's quite a long one that we're offering, so that would be good. Kane, on the other hand, needs to win something. I feel like if we don't win anything this season, Kane will have to go, and at that point, I cannot blame him. He needs to get that under his belt because it's not fair of a player of his quality not to win anything. But I do feel like he's giving us another season. I'd like to say this next season will be his last if we don't win something. But I feel like it needs to happen now because of our short-term plan. Like, we don't have a long-term plan. We don't have a long-term manager. So if he doesn't win something now, I feel like he will look to leave. Son apparently really likes it. He's apparently really close to signing. But, I have heard that Madrid might be interested because, they know the situation with Son not signing yet. So fingers crossed it actually gets done as much as it should be because, yeah, we need him.
Yeah, right. Real Madrid love getting Tottenham players, don't they? It's
our best players. They tend to go over there. So,
so maybe it's the hat trick now for them. But no, I'd like to see Kane stay. he's great in the Premier League as well. You know what I mean? Like we need a player like that, definitely. Do you know what I mean? Because he's a top striker. I know people sort of disagree with that, and I just completely think he's probably top 5 strikers in the world. Would you say?
I would say he's one of the best. I mean, I
wasn't going to be so biased. Like
other than Lewandowski, and I still don't feel like he does the same job that Kane does. Like because Kane drops back. Kane has turned into a true 10. Like he kind of creates a lot. He also is brilliant in the box. Like he's very clinical, goal scoring, but he creates, he defends. I just feel like there isn't a player that is a striker that does as much as he does all over the pitch. I feel like he works very, very hard. And for us, if we was to get rid of him, I don't see us ever like actually buying like for like. I don't see us getting anyone that is on that level. So I worry about actually getting rid of him. But I do feel like he does a job that not many strikers can do because he helps out the whole team. He's like a perfect sort of role model for like a Jose Mourinho team because he works so hard, but he's also really, really good at it. So yeah, it's great to see him drop back into that sort of like centre mid role and do more. We do need an attacking centre mid that can actually create like Eriksen did, but he's sort of trying to fill that gap. So.
Got some love there from Charlie. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. What did you make of Bergwijn's performance today? I think I messaged you and I was quite impressed the first 20, 25 minutes. You just seemed to be through the team, you know what I mean, and grabbing every ball he could. Would you agree?
It was one of his best performances, like, overall, but I still feel like he needs to sort out his shooting and he needs to sort out his, he needs to sort out his attacking because he's brilliant defensively. He's brilliant around the pitch, but he's not great in front of goal. And he had a great opportunity today, a couple great opportunities actually, where he could have actually done something and he shot right at the keeper or went wide or skied it. And this seems to be the narrative with Bergwijn. I mean, I like him a lot and I like the work. I don't think anyone can do that work in our team at the moment. You don't really see any other right wingers that we have that can actually defend and do the job that Mourinho wants him to do. He wants him to run back. He wants him to track back. He wants him to do his job. So I do feel like he needs to be better at attacking, but you can't play Bale's out, but we couldn't play Bale in that. He's not fit enough to do that job. Lucas isn't good enough. Lamella's out. So Bergwijn's the best option we have, but he just needs to sort out his attacking and he'll be all round.
Is Lamella out because of the COVID? There's a picture I've seen of him and Lanzini.
Yeah, I mean, they're so stupid, ain't they?
Wow.
I get so excited. I got so excited against Stoke that he was back, and now look. So
why did they take a picture of it? And it's surely going to come out, isn't it?
Like, I just don't know why they did that. I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, Lamella's out because of that. But even him, like, yeah, he will do the job. But when he's tracking back, he will also give away a lot of fouls. I mean, he's never got a red card in a Spurs shirt, shockingly enough. That is a fun fact. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we need Bergwijn, but he just needs to improve his shooting. So yeah.
How are they going to do that, though? Do you think it's coaching? Do you think they could coach him to do that? Or do you think they might get somebody else in and replace him to do that? Or, yeah, how would you go around that?
It's annoying because, like, I would like him to be able to become that player that he's supposed to be. But other than it being in that City game and obviously against United where he scored, I don't really see much from him attacking-wise. So I don't know. I feel like we need to buy a right winger that can actually do the job, but we have so many in the positions. Yeah, we're not going to. And yes, Doherty is crap.
He was hard, didn't he, at the end there?
Oh my God. I mean,
so he's out now.
It's going to sound bad, but I don't want him to play. So,
well, There you go.
At least he has to miss the game. But yeah, I mean, it's not a straight red, but still, I just don't. I'm not convinced at all by him. The best thing he done is make Uriel a better player. That's the best thing he done. So yeah, I'm not convinced at all by him at the moment, to be honest. I feel like he needs to be a backup and just a backup. But I don't know if Mourinho's trying to teach Uriel a lesson for that Leicester game, or if he's just been dropped. I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't agree with Mourinho. So if he's sitting there saying, I'm not going to play Uriel because, he gave away the penalty, you're playing a much worse player. Like, Uriel is a liability in some challenges and stuff, but Doherty just gets outrun every time. Like, he just loses the ball. It's like he's not there. So,
what do you think is with that signing? Why do you think they chose Doherty from Southampton?
I don't know why. From Wolves.
Wolves, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why, because in Wolves he played a back three. So if we're not going to play a back three, I don't know why we bought him. It's like he cannot play in a back four. So he seems like a very much system player. Oh, what? So I was trying to read that. I'll read it in a second. But yeah, I feel like he's playing in a back four, and he can't really do that job. So I don't know why. He's hoping he can adapt. I like Wolves a lot, and I liked him when he was at Wolves, but I just don't see much from him at the moment. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too convinced.
I don't know why I got mixed up with him from Southampton. I think you've had a few Southampton players, haven't you, in the past, right?
Yes. Right. Yes, we have. We just got Højbjerg from Southampton. Wanyama, we used to be when we had him was from Southampton. Pochettino, obviously.
So, what is it you said? There's some things you don't like about Jose Mourinho. What are the things you do like about what he's done for the club? If you think he has done anything for him.
Well, I mean, yeah, he has brought in a different mentality. I think, as well as pundits wise, I think as a football fans are taking us more seriously just because we have him in charge. So I feel like it's very it's hard to say that he hasn't done anything, because he is really bringing in a sense of we are serious, and people still don't take us seriously, but they are deep down taking us more seriously than they ever had before, put it that way. But also he's transformed Son and Kane into this amazing season they're having. He's dropped back Kane a bit more because he can see his ability of passing, which I like and I don't like. Like, it obviously it comes with criticisms as well because he's not in the box as much, but I like to see him doing what we all knew he could do as Spurs fans, but I don't think many rival fans knew he could do that. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit apprehensive with him because I don't like how he throws players under the bus, but I also like what he brings, his presence, his mentality, and generally I think the players are more bought into winning something with him in charge. So yeah.
You got a come on you Spurs, good vibes, Grease from Finland. Thank you for joining in, sir. What have we got here, Charlie? Because Southampton's Portuguese right back also came to North London. I got you. Have I got
right.
you? Let's buy Ings to back up.
Ooh, I like Ings. I very much like Ings, but Vinny should be good enough and he should get more minutes. So I'm happy with Vinicius, but I can understand if he doesn't sign after his loan because we don't play him enough and it doesn't seem like that's going to change much. We were 3-0 up. I would like to have taken Kane off at that point. We have a semi-final. Obviously, it's not very hard opposition, but Tottenham can bottle anything. So I like to have him around. When he went down, when we had Son and Kane down, by the way, the mini heart attack that I had, they were both down holding different parts of their bodies. And I was like, okay, this could end up really bad. But yeah, it just would have been very annoying if Kane picked up a knock at the end of that game when we were 3-0 up. So yeah, I like Ings, but I do feel like we've got Vinny for a reason. He's big, he's a target man, he's exactly the sort of player Jose Mourinho needs. And from what we've seen in the Europa, he does do a good job. Like, he's got very good footballing IQ. He can see passes that necessarily other players don't see. He seems to have a good link-up play. Obviously, he's linking up better with Lucas on the pitch because they can speak to each other. He doesn't know any English. But I just feel like Vinny should be able to do that job Ings does. But I do like Ings. But before we got Vinny, I was like screaming for Ings.
Just to touch on that, the fact that you was worried when Harry Kane went down, he does tend to pick up knocks around this time, doesn't he?
Yep.
For like the rest of the season. So if that does happen, you would be happy with Ings. But do you think Spurs would go for someone like that, or do you think they just use what they've got?
Well, Spurs have always used what we got, even before we bought a backup striker. So I have no hope that we will buy someone else. I feel like we don't really buy anyone if we don't have them already. So even before we didn't have a striker, we used to play Son up there. Now we actually have a striker on loan. I don't see us buying anyone. We will just throw Vinny up top. But he needs more game time to be ready for that, because Kane is going to pick up knocks with the amount of work he's doing. This is one of the critiques I have of Jose Mourinho. He played him against Stoke for 90 minutes, which is not needed. He plays every game as like a cup game. He treats every game as it's 90 minutes. He never looks to the future 90 minutes. I get that in aspects, like if you are playing a semi-final or something, but he's just burning him out. And by March, I just see Kane being out for a few months. So yeah, I would like to see him get a bit more rest against certain like opposition.
Got one here for you from Stephen. Do you think you can still challenge for the league, or at least win a trophy that Spurs fans crave? I hope they don't, by the way.
Yeah, you're a gooner, aren't you? But I don't think we have really a chance. We have, obviously, we're in the conversation because we're up there, but yeah. I don't realistically think we've got the squad depth to challenge for a title. As I say, we get one injury, the whole game plan changes. It's quite shocking how much, like Højbjerg, for example, no one really talks about him. If he gets injured, we have to play Winks as our lone DM, and he's not good enough to do that role. Like Winks and Sissoko together are not going to fill the Højbjerg role. So I just feel like, yeah, we get one injury, Kane gets injured, Son gets injured. We don't have that depth to go for a title. But on the other hand, I feel like we can win a cup. We got the manager his mind is very short term, as I say. So he is thinking, win a trophy, win a trophy, win a trophy. So I genuinely do think we can win silverware, but I don't know what it will be. I'd like to say we could go for the Europa, but again, I always say that we need more squad to do that, because it's such a long competition. You get an injury soon, you can't really compete for that whole competition. So I do feel like we will go for like the League Cup. If we get the FA Cup, I'll be buzzing, but I do feel like we could really seriously go for the League Cup. And I mean, League Cup and top 4 to me is successful. League Cup and like 6th is not as successful, in my opinion. I understand how much Tottenham need a trophy, but a League Cup isn't going to help us elevate to get better players to then win more trophies. All it might do is might keep Kane and Son, which is great, but we do need to add. So yeah, I feel like we do have a really good chance of winning silverware, but I don't realistically think we're going to win the league. But I'm hoping we'll be in the mix, as in 3rd, 4th, like a jump around there, because it's so tight and it's so open. But Liverpool, all those injuries, and they're up there doing ridiculous bits with half their team out. United, everyone thought Ollie was this PE teacher, and now you lot are joint tops. So the league is definitely open this year, but I don't think Tottenham will win it. But I'd like to say that we have the best chance we could at silverware this season.
You know what? Completely agree with that. I think that you've got a better chance than you ever have to win something. Yeah. And the fact that, like you said about winning the Carabao Cup and finishing 6th isn't quite great. You know what I mean? But I think that's because you've had a sniff of Champions League. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I just feel like we need it for the revenue. We need the money. We don't get the same amount of money. And I feel like Levy won't put that money back into the club unless we get it back. So that's my worry.
Another question here for you.
Do I want Skriniar? I did one him for ages ago. I mean, he's the centre back that we need. he's not great in the air from what I know. I don't watch him too much, but from what I've done, like research and stuff, he's not great when he's doing challenges in the air, which is what we need help with. But he's great in a back four. I feel like this is why we will go through him. He's also had a bit of issues when they changed system at Inter, so I feel like he will really do well with us. I would take him. I mean, I'll take any centre back. Everyone knows me. I'm like, okay, Dyer and Toby are like on borrowed time. I feel like Toby turns up for games, but he's an older player, so he can't keep up that standard every game. And yeah, I just feel like we should definitely look to getting Skriniar. I would definitely take him personally. Sanchez is not good enough. He's got the pace, but he just makes too many mistakes for me. And when he first came, I was so excited for him, but he seems to you're like guaranteed a mistake every game with him.
Yeah.
And that's what bothers me, is his mistake proneness every game. So I don't think he's good enough. Rodon's young, but he can't really play in the league yet. He's not ready for the league. So I feel like, I mean, against Chelsea, we kind of saw already I know he got thrown in literally in the deep end, but we saw his like teething problems. I feel like he should play a bit in the Europa and then get used to the league. But I definitely feel like we need a centre half and, if possible, an Eriksen type player, because Dele Alli isn't cutting it.
Well, I was just about to talk about that. There is talk about Eriksen coming back. What would you make of that? Do you think it was a wrong move for him to leave for Inter Milan? Because it doesn't seem to have it hasn't done. He hasn't done great. Sorry, in Italy, has he at the moment? Tongue tied. Sorry.
Yeah. This is the thing. I liked Eriksen when he was here, and when he scored, he came on and we got the winner against Villa in the first game of the season last season. And ever since that game, I was like, sign the contract. And he kind of started downing tools. It felt like he just wasn't putting in the effort, and I get that. I get that he's like so good at what he does when he is on form, but I just feel like he's lost it a bit. And I feel like coming back to that like environment where he was in a really toxic environment. I mean, I was at the Everton game, the away game, and when he got subbed on, he was just booed at the corners and stuff. I just feel like it was really toxic. I mean, I don't condemn booing any of our players, but I'm just saying, like, the environment for him, I don't see him joining it, being involved again. I don't think it's a good move, but I do think we need to definitely look to buy a player like that. If he kind of is lost a bit, so if he wants to go to Arsenal, it'd be quite funny to see it, to be honest. But I think we need to definitely look in the market for someone like him at the time, because we realise how important he was. I wouldn't personally take him back just because I feel like the environment's toxic. I feel like he didn't want to be here anymore. I mean, his goodbye message annoyed me. So yeah, I'm not great on the Eriksen train, but if we desperately call out and he's the only one available, yeah, get him back.
You take him back, yeah.
If he's the only one available and we desperately need someone, yeah, but I'd rather go for like Sabitzer, that we're sort of in talks with, and seriously go for someone fresh and new without that mentality, because we need a better mentality. Everyone keeps saying we keep having these Poch players, but we're not going to get another one back that doesn't have the winning mentality, because he's not even doing it at Inter. So,
who would you like to see come in then, like to fill that role, if you could pick somebody?
I mean, I really like the idea of getting Sabitzer. I think he could do really well from Leipzig. I feel like we could get just someone like that even if it's just to balance play and have someone in there that's better than Sissoko to do that job, then yeah, I feel I just really want Sabitzer, and I really want Skriniar. Basically, they're the two signings I feel like we need.
Well, Chris has given you a little bit of stick here, saying maybe winning second place trophy. I know that Man United is second place trophy at the moment, and I'm pretty happy about that, because that is automatic qualification for Champions League. What would you, where would you think, or where do you think Spurs are going to finish at the end of the season? I think I asked you the other day, but it might have changed after that 3-0 victory.
I'm just gonna go with third or second. And that is quite optimistic of me, but I do feel like we'll win a trophy. So if we do come third or fourth and we win a trophy, it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna say third at the lowest. I'm gonna go with. You never know. It changes for me. It changes every week. So
we're talking about how open it is. You know, like, do you think it's crazy? Like the fact that it's so tight from first to like 14th, 15th. You know what I mean? Like with a couple of wins, you can be up into 6. You know,
this is why we need Arsenal to lose today, so they can stay in their relegation battle. Because if they win 2 games, they're like up there again, and I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with you lot anymore. Like I'm done. I'm done with you. So yeah, I agree. I don't really want Eriksen. Yeah, Depay's a good shout. Oh yeah, but I mean, Arsenal fans would cry. That would be great if we could get out because they were supposed to get him. But yeah, it's crazy the tightness. I mean, we went from what were we 7th today before the game, and now we're 3rd. So it definitely the drop is crazy where you can lose one game and you can go down to like 8th. So yeah, the tightness is crazy, but I do feel like it's going to be a really weird title season. Like I still feel like Liverpool win it, but I like the fact that there's so many teams on their heels because they've never had to do it with pressure. Like they've never had pressure. They've just been fine. So yeah.
See, he was aiming that comment at me, and I just pulled it out and said it was Spurs. I did say it could be about Man United. So,
I mean, we're always the pressure trophy, aren't we? So I could understand that.
I remember when you won the Audi Cup, and everyone was going mad about it, weren't they? In the team, do you remember that? Like, I think it was like a pre-season, wasn't it?
They took one picture, and everyone's like, "Oh, they care about it so much. Oh, leave us alone. We don't see silverware. Levy is allergic to silverware, hence why he doesn't invest in the team. That's my theory, anyway."
Jan Van, he wants Carabao and Europa League. Would that be successful?
Oh, 100%. If we finish like 8th and get the Europa, for me, that's a different ball game because it's a European trophy. I mean, it gets us one over Arsenal again. So, I mean, I love that because they don't have many credibility in the in Europe. So it's great. And also, like, you know, you get Champions League, major European trophy. For me, if we go for the Europa seriously and we finish low in the league, I really wouldn't mind. If we get the League Cup and just finish low, then that's when I care. But if we go for the Europa and the League Cup, look, I'm all for that. It's 2 trophies, and one of them is a serious European trophy that gets you Champions League. So yeah,
that last point you made was bang on as well because it gets you Champions League. If you win that, you don't even have to worry about where you finish in the league.
Exactly. I don't mind, so it's fine. And I think Jose Mourinho, for some reason, I do have a feeling he is going for the Europa, but we haven't had the squad depth to like do it. We've just sort of scraped past teams. We had to chuck Kane on just to get through. It's just very worrying. But I don't know. I feel like Spurs fans and rivals are getting ahead of themselves because we've got Jose Mourinho. They're like, "You're going to win the Europa. You're going to win this. You're going to win that." And it's like, we haven't won anything since 2008. Like, let us land. Like, it's fine. But I would like to think that we will go seriously for one of them. I think we will go for the League Cup, but the Europa is just such a long competition. That is scary.
It is. And I'm not sure whether it's 2 legs. Is it in the knockout phases? Is it still 2 legs?
I think so, yeah.
All right, so
it might have changed, but I feel like it is still 2 legs. So yeah, it's more games to play. When
you get to the quarters, it gets a bit more exciting, doesn't it? Round 32, round 16.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, for the League Cup, I feel like it's annoying that they've moved it to April now because normally it's in February. So yeah. Brian,
I did ask you.
Okay, listen, I praise him all the time. Today, if he didn't play like this today, then I would be on his back because it's Leeds. I mean, they're open. They're so open. So to be fair, he doesn't need to get like ridiculous praise for today. I'm not gonna lie to you, Prime. doesn't need like some ridiculous praise, because today was Leeds and they are open and we can literally just attack them back. So yeah, I don't really want to sit here and be like, yeah, Jose Mourinho masterclass. But it was easy. I mean, against them, you get the ball, you have quality up top, you will score. So yeah, well done. But I want to see that sort of football on a more regular basis, not just against Leeds.
Would you take Grealish at Spurs?
Yes. Is that even a question? Yes. I mean, I can even swap Dele Alli for Grealish right now if you gave me that option. I love him.
I don't think Aston Villa would be too happy with that, though.
We could have bought him. I don't know if anyone knows this, but we could have bought him for like 6 million before, when they were relegated. And Daniel Levy offered 4 million. And Nkudu, and they said no. He would have paid 2 extra million for Jack Grealish, and now he's going to United. So yeah,
you think so? You think so?
I think he'll go United. I really do. But yeah, we actually were this close to getting him, so I literally never forgive our owners for that. 2 million.
2 million. That's ridiculous. And
get Isco. I mean, sure, so do I, but I just don't think it's gonna happen.
I want to go out to a pub right now, but it ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I just don't see us getting Isco back. Great. I want Ramos as well, but I don't see that happening either.
What else we got here? What are you doing on February 24th to celebrate the 13th anniversary of your Carabao Cup win of 2008? Absolute banter from you, Nolly.
Let's get there first. I'll celebrate. I don't care. It's silverware that I ain't seen since I was in year 8. So yeah, I don't care. I'm definitely celebrating it, whatever everyone says. But we have to get there first. So I'm not even going to answer the question.
Arsenal's win against Chelsea was a turning point.
Scarily enough, yes.
Could be indeed, yes, depending on what happens tonight. And Chelsea losing could be, a turning point downwards, I think, for Chelsea.
I mean, I do think Frank will go very soon if they do, though. I feel like he's on borrowed time.
He is, unfortunately. And I know he gets on with Abramovich and that, but you won't get on that much to save your job, you know what I mean, for as long as...
This is the thing. I mean, Poch had like a great relationship with Levy. We had to get rid of him. So yeah, I don't see him staying long. I feel like with the amount of money they spend, I expected Chelsea to be challenging all the way through. Now I know a lot you need season to like gel, but they spent so much money that I feel like they shouldn't be dropping the points they're dropping. So yeah, I feel like they definitely need to think about something, because I genuinely felt like they were going to be up there for the whole time. With spending that much, you expect them to challenge.
The top 3 get automatic qualification to the Champions League. Don't worry, we are not challenging top 4, especially under Arteta and this board. We have that has the XP. I think that's a smiley face or something, isn't it? That I've got Banter FC. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's so tight that I'm actually genuinely worried that these lot could finish above us. And do you know how embarrassing that would be? Like, I actually can't. If Arsenal finish above after this, I'll actually be done. I'll be done. But yeah, I like to think that Arteta doesn't really have the capability of bringing them out this hole. But it does seem like they needed one big win, and playing the youth. I mean, their youth system is great, isn't it? Arsenal's youth system, having Saka and Martinelli and all of that. So I just feel like, yeah, they will be around the mix. I feel like we all kind of laughed at them, but I do feel like they will finish somewhere.
If the wages weren't a factor, would you take Mesut Ozil? Jose got the best from him.
I would only take him just to annoy Arsenal. That's the only reason why I would take him, because it would be funny to watch them cry about it. But I don't think he's up to scratch anymore. It'll be like buying Bale again. Like, as in that sort of situation, he doesn't play football anymore. All he does is gaming. Bale was playing golf. I feel like his football ain't up there, and I feel like it would be a long time to get him back to that level. So yeah, I don't think he's good enough at the moment. Let's just see
Prime, but you could be in a
relative.
You could be, mate. It's close between you two. If Arsenal win and Chelsea lose, it's, I think, 3 points, isn't it?
Yeah. We needed to win today. It was like imperative.
It was, and you smashed it. And like I said, you didn't let in a goal against a team that usually scores goals, and that's their style of play. And I just think fair play to Tottenham, definitely. And I'm not going to say Jose Mourinho like you. I don't necessarily think he was the magician behind that work. You know what I mean? Because he loves to sit back. He was at Man United, and I had the same thing. Boring style of play, like trying to counter attack and not doing very well at it. But I like the fact.
When we go for it, we go for it. When we have the ball and we go to their box, I'm fine with counter-attacking, but I don't want it to be nothing football, which is what we've been showing for a long time. It's just 1-0 and actually sitting back. We haven't been getting the ball and looking for a second. So I don't mind counter-attacking, but we haven't been doing that. Today, we did, so I'm all right with it. But yeah, I hope that continues.
Have you ever seen Charles Muganuzzi's comments before? He always talks about bigging up Spurs. Look, Tottenham will win quadruple Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Europa League.
I mean, you are talking dreams here. You're talking dreams, but I don't think that will happen. But I mean, I love your optimism. I hope so.
That would be amazing. I'd like to see the odds on that at the bookies. I really would.
I think I wouldn't get through that. I think I might pass out before, and I just don't. I feel like I might not get through that.
I've got a question for you actually, and it's sort of similar-ish. If you could win the FA Cup, Europa League, Carabao Cup, but get relegated, would you do that?
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine?
Because you're winning 3 cups and you're still getting Champions League next year.
Don't know. I think getting relegated is one of the worst things that could happen to you. I genuinely do think that. I don't think I could. I don't think I could take getting relegated.
Let's add something to that, and then you're playing in the Championship, but you win the Champions League.
I'll take it. There was one season in the Championship. It's fine.
That's really
it's just, imagine just coming back like, hi, yeah, we've won everything but the Premier League. We won the Championship though.
When Wigan won the FA Cup and they got relegated, and I think it was Man City they beat, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I do think like this is a really unpopular opinion. But I feel like Arsenal winning the FA Cup and then possibly getting relegated, it just shows the non-importance of the domestic cups. Because you're almost getting relegated, but yeah. I don't want to say too much because I could go on about that.
You've never been, yeah. Go on about it. This is a great question. I've never actually asked that question. What we got? Guess who back again? Charles, of course. Yeah, see, like I say, he always bigs up Spurs, but usually we're not talking about.
Fan, or is he just bigging us up? Oh, because I don't know any Spurs fan that's that confident.
He's super. Well, I don't know whether he's just bantering himself but Matt, please tell Prime to stop censoring me. I'm 5 years his elder. Okay, enough of the tantrums, please. We're on a live. You boys can sort it out in Brazil.
Prime, why are you always causing problems everywhere?
What we got here? Callie says, saw Spurs first time in 1986 when they played in Finland. Pretty cool. Pre-season tour. Even Ardiles and Mabut was on the field. I was 9. That's a really cool story, mate. And who were they playing, by the way? You didn't actually say. I remember seeing Maradona in a Tottenham shirt. Have you seen that?
Yeah. It's great. I mean, our history is actually really good, but it's just like in recent history, we haven't had anything to rave about. So I feel like, yeah, putting some stuff to bed. Jose Mourinho is the man to do that. But I just worry looking to the future with him.
Do you think we should allow Prime on for a little bit here?
Yeah, Prime, jump on. You're everywhere anyway. Jump on.
Right, let's get him on. Let's see if we've got a question here for you, maybe. Would you say that if he does when you were trying?
I'm not that far, babe. I'm not gonna lie.
Uncle Moo, is that Moo? Yeah. You would say Moo, wouldn't you? Even though he's a goat. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wrong animal.
No. For me, no. It's that can be Chelsea's nickname for him, not mine.
So you wouldn't agree that you wouldn't agree with him that he'd be a GOAT if he wins
if he wins me a Europa, then yeah. But if he wins me a League Cup, then I'll be like, okay, you had a very good draw and you won the League Cup. Thanks. Off you go now.
Brilliant. What do you make of like the derby that's going to come up soon? Obviously against Arsenal. Like, are you well, obviously you're hoping to win that, aren't you? But I mean,
yeah,
like,
but we're not very good at the Emirates. Our record's quite poor at the Emirates, so I worry because we do tend to draw. But I feel like we do have the quality to win it. It just depends how we approach the game. We need to stop approaching every game like we can't go toe to toe with teams, and stop relying on two players. I would like to see some other players chip in with performances and goals. Yes, today it was only two players, but I feel like the whole team played differently. So different.
who have you got next? I can't remember now.
Who have we got next? We have the cup game, and then who? I'm not sure who we have after next week. I actually can't remember. I can check, but I've got it all on my calendar.
Are you doing Prime? Welcome in.
As always, I literally was saying this in the chat yesterday. I go everywhere and it's just Prime. Prime.
Yeah, it's called work rate. You know,
work rate. They were saying you're just cutouts half the time because you're on streams at the same time.
Voice recorder, like saying the same thing. Like,
yeah.
Well, hang on, is he like he just said that a minute ago? It must be on jam mode or something.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you saying, Prime? Anything to share about this Spurs victory today and the fact that you were calling out?
I think he's coming for me. I think that's why he's here.
No. I don't know. You're cool. It's just, to stop with the disrespect for Jose. He knows what he's doing.
Okay. He knows what he's doing in one system. My problem is sustainability over the season playing that system.
But you talk about the lack of squad depth and stuff. So how is that his?
Okay, all right. I could counter that. Lo Celso is good enough to play a bit further up the pitch, and Ndombele is good enough to play a bit further up the pitch. Our midfield is good enough to get some goals in it, but they don't because we are playing so far deep. It is very hard to get goals, and also our fullbacks. If we're playing Reguilon and we're playing Uriel, they're quite attacking fullbacks. They can get more goals if we're playing more attacking football.
Yeah, but you attacking football, but your defense isn't good enough.
In a way, but I feel like against some teams, so like against Palace, we didn't need to play the way we did. Against Leicester, we didn't need to play the way we did. Liverpool, I could totally understand.
You do. I mean, Crystal Palace have Eze, Zaha, Benteke.
Okay, you look at those two team sheets. We definitely had enough to go a bit more toe to toe with them. It's funny how we were dominating them up until we scored. Then we sat back throughout the whole, 70 minutes. And then they equalise. And then we go at it again. We had the ability to go for it from the beginning.
Estonian soap commercial. That's funny. No, I'm reading the chat. No, you didn't. Because maybe the plan was get the first goal and then sit, invite them onto you and hit on the counter attack. I think that's a bad.
But we weren't hitting on the counter. It was literally like we were doing nothing. We were playing defensive, and every sub he made was negative. It wasn't no sub he made was an attacking sub to help us. It was
maybe the team that you played didn't allow you to hit them on the counter attack.
There is definitely criticism on both ends. I feel like he's not exempt from criticism. Neither is the players. But today, both plans worked. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, you won.
Agree with Kai here?
They played our local team's best players. What game is that?
Oh, sorry. He's talking about a game in the 80s when he went. Bad.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm much younger than that, so I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
He was telling us a story about Spurs coming over to Finland and playing one of their local teams, and the game ended 3-3.
Oh, okay. They win a trophy that game?
Leave us alone.
It was 3-3, Brian. Didn't
Leave
win
us
3.
alone.
Leave us alone.
Leave us alone. I'm defending your club on social media, and I shouldn't be. So don't
You're
say.
defending Jose Mourinho, which is what's very annoying with him coming is that you get all these fanboys, and then they're like, he can't do any wrong, and I'm like, that's not true.
No. I never said he can't do any wrong, but just respect it. I know what
to
he's
an
saying.
extent, but I also don't get scared to tell him when he's doing something wrong. He has no plan B, and he needs to work that out. He needs a plan B, especially when we're 1-0 up, attacking really well, and then sitting back like we did against Wolves, we did it against Palace. That's not okay. The minute they score, we then start showing our attacking capability again. I don't agree that that's all right. So
Well, take it as a compliment because I friend all my friends like this, and you're both my friends. So, well, maybe not exactly like that. None of you are on Jose's level, but yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah, you and Jose, you are definitely a Jose sexual. We do know that.
Brilliant. Prime, he lives and he has always been a better manager than Lep Fraudiola. I don't care what anyone says.
Pep Fraudiola, yeah.
I always call him Fraudiola as well because the oil money makes me laugh.
Fraudiola. I've been calling Pep a fraud for years now, but people want to attack me. But now it's popular. Okay.
Well, it's true. He hasn't. I don't know. I think he's never gone to a club where he's had to prove himself. He's always had the resources, whereas Mourinho has done it without the resources, but a long time ago. That's my fear with it being at Tottenham. It's not going to work. But
when you say not going to work, you're thinking Jose is going to do exactly what he did at Chelsea or Real Madrid or Porto or Inter, which is win a league title. He might win a league title with you guys, but what you first need is a winning mentality. That's why I've said this season, challenging for the league or winning the league this season is not a realistic target. It shouldn't be a target. And it's not for Jose.
I don't think it is, though. I don't think Mourinho has that. He has just win a cup. And that's fine, but I don't see him staying very much long term after that.
When you say long term, Jose's never stayed long term anyway, so you're right. But will he be here for another season or two, where he can see out his contract, or before he gets sacked, he can win? I
think he's going to argue with Daniel Levy in the summer, and I feel like he'll be sacked very shortly after that because I don't think he's going to get the same amount of money he got last season, or we're not going to be able to do those deals because. I know, obviously, we're still in the COVID situation, but I think it was very much due to COVID that we got what we got. And I don't think Jose Mourinho can work very much under a very small budget for a long time because he doesn't want a project. He wants results now, which is fine, but we don't have the same like-minded board.
But there are players out there. I mean, you got Højbjerg, which is a great signing. He was so underrated at Southampton. Reguilon, who was a bit of a risk, but he's been brilliant. Yeah, but sometimes you have to take advantages.
Oh no, I don't deny us taking advantage. Just don't see our owners putting in that much money again.
But if you guys win a trophy or two this season, and Jose wants to put,
he'll be like, "You did it like that. Do it again."
Can.
I know Daniel Levy.
He'll
be like.
Okay, but again, a question I kept asking you is: doesn't Levy love Jose? He's wanted him for years now.
He loves him, but I also think they will clash very soon. It's harmonious now. But I feel like they're both such big personalities, they will clash.
Prime, just admit you're Jose Mourinho's love child.
100%. He's like Eric Dyer's long lost brother or something. Like, because I feel like Eric Dyer's long lost love child.
Eric Dyer's not part of our family. Respect that, please.
He loves Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer is like the best thing since sliced bread. His long lost son from Portugal, in my opinion.
Because Eric Dyer does exactly what Jose says.
Yes, but he's also not a very good footballer.
He has a few sons, though, don't he? He has Mikel Essien, he has Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
And now Eric Dyer, Alfred.
Mikel Essien went to Real Madrid to him, didn't he? And then he came back to Chelsea with Mourinho. It was like anywhere he went, you know what I mean?
Jose needs many generals on the pitch that he can trust, and Dyer is one of them. Whether you think he's good enough or not, cool. That should be a problem your board should then go and address and buy a centre back.
Yeah, but I don't think
then-
even if we buy a
maybe
centre
then
back,
you can open up and
He
play
won't
a
drop
bit
him.
more attacking football. Yeah, but he would partner Dyer with.
oh yeah, no, we need a centre back 100%. But I do think that
then-
Eric Dyer is at the first name team.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we
if you
got
do
8
that-
at Arsenal. Do you want some?
Yeah, well, if you do that, maybe buying a better centre back.
It
maybe
depends
then
on
you
who.
can
It
open up a
depends
bit
on who you're giving. Give me Gabriel and I'll take it.
more.
No,
Gabriel's
you're
not-
right. Any of the others, but not him.
I'd rather have
He's the
Eric
best
Dyer
one.
than
I'm not
Gabriel.
taking Louise. No, he's not add him. You add him. No.
Well,
No, we use him as Krusty the Clown.
you take
True.
Gabriel. You take Gabriel.
Yeah, I think he's really good. I think he's a really good centre back. I feel like he's had a great start, but he got the red card. But I feel like he's really, really good. He's your best defender by far.
That's not an
Yeah,
achievement.
but you notice our best defender is always a defender that's just come in and not actually been infected.
Yeah. No,
Why do you say he's the best defender? It's not an achievement.
no, I know, but I feel like he's better than what we have.
But even now, he's starting to make the same mistakes that everyone else is making.
Yeah, but that's a coaching issue in my opinion.
I don't think Gabriel's better than Davinson Sanchez.
But then again,
Sanchez makes so
I sent my
many
application down. I sent my application down to Arsenal Football Club since I have the experience level.
The thing is,
And
Sanchez makes so many mistakes. He's fast, but he makes so many mistakes.
would you agree with this statement then here?
Jose's not up in the league. Pep, Klopp, and Carlo are clear.
Oh.
You know what?
Ooh.
You know what? Take. You'd either have to take Klopp or Pep out of that argument, I'd say.
That's a tough one, isn't it? Though.
Mm.
Yeah, that is tough because Pep, Klopp, and then obviously you got Carlo there now as well.
I definitely agree with
That's
Pep
hard.
because Pep's been brought in for one reason, to win the Champions League, and he ain't done it.
And
I think
Klopp never.
You don't agree with that, do you, Prime?
No, Carlo has to go in there because he's won 3 Champions League and he's done it everywhere. Jose's also done it everywhere, so he has to be in there. Pep has never gone to a smaller club, or he's never gone to he's never been to a situation like Man United where they're a fallen giant and he has to build them back up. Or he's never been to a Spurs where he has to make them win something.
He's
Or
definitely
go to a
given
Napoli
himself more
to win.
challenges than Pep
Exactly.
ever has.
Whereas Klopp, he's never done it where he has to go to a big club, like come to Chelsea now and win something now, or go to City and you have to win it now. He's never done that. He's always had these projects he's built them up, they've won, and then they've always fallen apart. With Dortmund, he was in the relegation zone when he got sacked. With Liverpool, it's going to fall apart within the next year or so. So,
Hang on, what's this comment? It's good that I caught you yesterday. I came to the conclusion of my horrible luck. The only strengths I remember you missing are United, Chelsea, and Brighton. Oh, that's just the cow's excuse. So I've just got to sit here and take the banter now.
The thing is, I think you'll win today and you'll be right.
Probably, mate. Yeah.
Again. I don't think you'll fall too far down again. I feel like it's so tight.
Yeah.
What do you think about Chelsea? You said that you do, yeah.
what was that? What was that?
If- I said if Chelsea lose today, then
Okay.
I didn't say you're losing. I just said if.
Thank you.
If they lose today, then you're
Who won
right. It's only one game, isn't it? 3 points. So
it's been a big
I don't
operative
feel like
word
Chelsea
this
will
season.
lose, but
Yeah, Elena, we heard you. Okay, stop jinxing that, please.
I'll stop the special one. It's all of this narrative with like, oh, he's bigger than our club. No,
He is bigger than your club.
no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's exempt from criticism just because of what he's
Oh,
won
no,
at
no,
other
no,
clubs.
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
care.
He's not. No,
I care
no,
about what you're
no,
winning at
no.
my club.
Okay,
If you
cool.
don't win anything at my club, then I don't care. I don't care.
Okay, but what's his name? Poch, who's a serial bottler, is exempt from criticism in your eyes.
No, he should have won a lot more.
Then
He had the team to win an FA Cup, and I'll never forgive him for 2017. I'll never forgive him.
But you're still in love with club.
I love him
Or
because I just love him, but that doesn't mean he's exempt from criticism. I also said he needed to go, and I'll find you the post and I will send it to you because I do this a lot. But I did tweet at the time. I went to the Sheffield game, his last game of the season, and I was like, "This is terrible. He needs to go." And I'm not even gonna lie. He gave us the realization that we should be in that conversation. So I have a lot of respect for Poch because we didn't have that like thought that we should be top 4 before him every season. He gave us that. So I have a respect for him because of what he did for the club. But yeah, I'm happy he's gone to PSG now. So.
He's not gonna do much at PSG.
Well, we'll see. Prime, you don't know.
Well, he should at least win the league. At least, come on.
He's not gonna be better than what Tuchel did. Tuchel.
Well, I'm hoping he will be, but yeah, I feel like he's also not going to walk into the boardroom and say, "Oh, I want Sancho," and then they'll say to him, "Okay, but you've got Nkudu here, which does the same job. He's just a lot cheaper and younger."
Yeah, but as a manager, my thing is always get the best out of what you had. When you look at the valuation of the players that he had at Spurs, the best team in the league.
I know, that's why I said 2017 is all on him because he should have done a lot better. Okay, maybe not win the league because it was you lot. But yeah,
was 2017 when Chelsea won it with Conte?
Yeah.
He also should have won the league when Leicester won it.
That Leicester, they were all very young though. They were very young.
That's what I didn't forgive Wenger for. That was our only opportunity to win that one.
Yeah, but Arsenal weren't in the title race. Spurs were in the title race.
Yes, but you got to remember how young all our players were. We had the youngest average team in the league. They had hardly any experience. I don't blame 2015. But I blame the year Chelsea won it. We were literally playing the best football in the league. We were playing away from home. We weren't playing away from home. We got the unbeaten home run at White Hart Lane. We obliterated every team at home at White Hart Lane. We were literally unbeaten. I think we drew 2 or 3 games at home. But away to the top 6, we were terrible.
Yeah. And another thing about Poch where I'm iffy
about. Away top 6 was shocking.
There's a stat where over the course of 2 seasons you were the best team in the league. However, Chelsea and City still won the league.
Yeah,
it's a bit mad.
Yeah, it's crazy. We were topping everything, but we dropped too many unnecessary points every time the pressure came on. West Ham seems to be our bogey team. Every time we need to beat them to be in a title race or something, we never do. I don't even need to explain that Jose Mourinho ain't changed that this season, as we know.
Can I go to that AAAB guy's comment?
Absolutely.
You didn't listen to what I said. Liverpool are top 5 biggest clubs in the world. Meh. What are you talking about? Prime, they are an elite club. I didn't say you're not an elite club. I said he's never been to a club where he's been expected to win straight away. When Klopp went to Liverpool, because Liverpool fans keep telling me Klopp took us out of the dark ages, he built us from the ashes and yada, yada, yada. If that's the case, then you weren't expected to win the league as soon as he came. Because if he was, it took him 3 seasons to win the league. He should have been sacked by then. If you were expected to win it as soon as he came, he should have been sacked, but he wasn't. Which shows me that there was a clear project in mind and whatever. And
Prime, leave him alone. Liverpool fans are getting rattled.
Yeah, they're getting rattled because
they're gonna win the league again, and then they'll be fine. It's just Klopp cries whenever they get an injury.
Matt's loving it.
They're getting rattled.
Apparently,
they're getting rattled because they're potentially in a title race, and whenever they're in a title race, they always bottle it, which is why they're saying that United are now favourites, which is bull, in my opinion. Liverpool are
ridiculous, but it is funny. It is funny because you are correct. It is the reason they've never actually had to do it. They've never
I do love the fact it's a Liverpool-Man United rivalry, though, like for a title. Like that, I mean, that game on the 17th of January, that is going to be.
The last time
there'll be red cards. I'll be very surprised with no red cards in that.
Yeah. The title race is open.
I recommend
Tottenham are really in it.
Against Liverpool.
I feel like Liverpool winning.
Ours is open. We just got to go to Australia and read it upside down.
Stop. The thing is, I feel like you lot will climb back up to the top 6, 7.
They'll finish. Arsenal will end the season at 7th.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I also wouldn't be surprised if we finish 5th.
7th, 17th, I couldn't really care.
So you still managed to finish above us. So it wouldn't surprise me if anything can happen. Tottenham can bottle in a second, and things can change.
But that was again due to Spurs bottling it.
I'm back.
I agree, but I still think that it's iffy. I just think it's iffy. I feel like the situation we're in, relying on 2 players to score every goal, is iffy.
Wait, hold on. What do Spurs fans refer to Poch as? Is he your uncle or something?
No, but someone said Uncle Mourinho a second ago.
Uncle.
I always say my father as a joke, but
only one Chelsea fan refers to him as uncle.
I mean, I always say bring my father home when I talk about Pochettino. So
I used to call him Croquet Mourinho because that's how boring his style of play was. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm jumping on board on that. I'm jumping on board. I mean, when we're not playing counter-attacking, it is literally garbage. Are you all right there, Prime?
What have you seen, and should I put it up? I haven't even put it.
No, it's not from the comments. It's
probably from his 100 other streams that he's on.
No, it's Is this true? Since you guys since you guys beat Arsenal, you guys haven't picked up many points.
Yes.
Is this your first win?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But that's your guy, isn't it? That's your guy's style of football.
No, that's not. No, it's nothing to do with Jose. It's your club.
Oh, nothing to do. Yeah. You hear those big boy words he just used? He used nothing to do with Jose Mourinho. Absolutely nothing.
It's your mentality. It's not mine.
Okay. Sitting back at 1-0, we cannot criticize Jose Mourinho. Putting on we're 2-0 down when we have a goal scorer on the bench.
You can criticize him.
Mourinho.
You can criticize him, but if you've never won a trophy, it's not valid. I'm sorry.
It is definitely valid if I don't like the way we're playing.
Okay, well, Liverpool won 9 league titles in a row.
We beat Arsenal and decided to just stop playing football, and that's okay. Because we haven't won a trophy, so we cannot say anything to Sir Jose Mourinho.
Sir Jose.
I actually can't.
Them adverts as well that I see him in, like, do you want the special menu, and he's like,
he's so annoying.
Oh, God, no.
What, Jose?
It does kill me. I'm like, it's funny. It gets me, and I like that, like, I'm just like, oh, my God, it's so cheesy.
But, yeah, we definitely need to win something. So he's the best manager we can have now, but looking forward, I don't know.
He's the best manager of all time, but, yeah.
These Chelsea fanboys make me laugh.
Do you think he just does it for himself? Do you think
he does what?
Him?
What?
Do you think it's about him really first, like the fact that he won the cups and not Spurs first? Like,
no. Jose is always he cares about the clubs that he's at. He does. The portrayal thing that he does in the media. He does that to take pressure away from his players and the team.
He's fully bought into it, isn't he? He's fully bought into it.
Prime, let's be honest. Prime, let's be honest. Come on, let's be honest. Hang on. No. Let's be honest here. Right, you miss him, don't you? You miss him, don't you?
No, I want a better manager, but not him per se. No, but again, when he comes and criticizes his players, it's because they do deserve it. When he criticized Pogba deserved it because he wasn't adhering to his rules, and United should have sold him.
Shaw under the bus like every
because
game.
He was right. Shaw wasn't fit.
Yes, but he doesn't take any criticism upon himself at all. It's always the players.
He does take criticism on himself because people always criticize him. However,
and he's always like, no, it's not me, it's my players.
Well, it's not always the manager. It's not always the manager. If he sets out the right tactics,
but it's not always the players either. Just as much as you say that, I can say
I
that.
didn't say no. I didn't say it's always the players.
Is Mourinho Arteta in it? Because that's all I hear out of them.
Is he what?
Is he Arteta in? Because that's all I hear out of them. It's the players. It's not Arteta's fault. It's not the board's fault. It's the board's fault. It's the players' fault. It's not Arteta's. I've trusted the process for 16 years, Elena. I'm still waiting.
Don't compare Jose to Arteta.
I'm not comparing it. I'm not. I'm just saying it. I'm not comparing that. I'm just saying, like, does he support the Arteta in brigade? Because
Arteta can go and chat to Poch and the rest of them.
Arteta.
it's not even on Poch's level.
Now
Poch,
that
please
is,
send name out known to Spurs.
Let's be honest. Look, even DT as a manager has won the same amount as he has.
And Poch, wow.
He's got the same experience level.
Wow.
if you get Neymar, Eleanor, yeah, you're going to win the league. You're going to win the Champions League.
No, you won't.
No, I would love to. I would love to, but that's not gonna happen.
That's a big statement, isn't it?
You're not winning the trophy this season. He should get sacked. I want Nagelsmann next. No.
I fully support that statement.
Because the way Nagelsmann,
whoever you are, that is brilliant. So yes, I fully support it.
I thought you want Marco Rose.
I love Marco Rose, but if I have to take Nagelsmann, I'm not going to say no. They're both very similar.
You guys, no. And
I
two,
like
you're
Marco
not.
Rose more because I prefer his style, and I think he's done very well with Gladbach.
Spurs won't be able to buy out Nagelsmann from his contract.
Yes, well, let's just talk about dreams. Who we want. We're not talking about realistic things here.
Right.
Nagelsmann will probably.
Arsenal going to win the league next season.
Yeah, Nagelsmann will go.
That's a dream.
You want it to happen. Doesn't mean it will. Like I want Marco Rose, but we won't buy him out. He also wants Champions League.
I want my health back next year. Ain't gonna happen.
I want Ronaldo back, but I'm never going to get that. I don't think.
R9.
R9.
I want Bale to become Bale, but apparently he's got our number 9 curse, and it's not going to happen.
Spurs have a number 9 curse as well.
Yes, every number 9 we have is terrible. If you think like Janssen, Llorente,
Soldado.
What was he before?
Soldado, yes.
No, Llorente never wore the 9.
What was he wearing?
18.
18, yes, but it was Soldado. Yeah, that's the
9
one.
and 9 makes 18, doesn't it? So it's.
It's silly. Matt, what is this? Giving me an excuse.
Is
But
that why?
Janssen, yeah, definitely, and Soldado. Every player we have in our 9 has always been a flop, and now Bale is part of that.
Oh, is that why? What's his name? Kane never got the 9.
I don't know why Kane never got the 9, but I would hope he just said no because his all our 9s have been shocking. I mean,
to be honest, the way he drops in midfield, I'd take him over Ozil.
He's like, I'm here to score goals, and he did nothing. So, like, I was just from then on, number 9 is not good.
But then, to be honest, if the way Kane drops into the midfield, right, as a sort of a false 9,
yeah, well, that's down to
I'd
Jose
happily.
Mourinho, which I do
Yeah, but even then, I would actually take him over our number 10.
He's
a great. But then I'd take myself.
Into a proper 10. He now is actually turning into a little bit of a 10. But that is down to Jose Mourinho seeing that we don't have any creative players, and he's becoming our creative player. So yeah, I do credit him.
He always did that, no? Well,
not as much.
Not so much.
Not so much. I mean, I remember, you will probably remember this, against Arsenal in the League Cup when he flicked it to Dele and then Dele chipped it.
But Arsenal doesn't count. They're not a big club.
It's ever. Do you know what? It's ever since. No, hang on. It's ever been since.
Didn't really put him as a 10.
No, not Poch.
No, do you know when I started noticing it? I started noticing it during the World Cup.
Not ABB, the other guy.
Sherwood. We got Poch after Sherwood.
Oh no, Sherwood played this at times. He dropped Kane in as a 10.
Sherwood played hardly anything. I don't really know.
I would honestly the first time I noticed it was when England went further into the World Cup tournament. Like you started dropping deeper and deeper and deeper, and playing from deep. Right, and then ever since then they sort of took it on from there. So that's when I started noticing it.
It's definitely a bit better. He did a bit with Poch, but he's definitely redone this position for him since he's been with Mourinho, because he is playing more deep. So even if he's not supposed to be creating as much, he's sitting on the halfway line a lot, and Son might make the run, so he's getting a lot more assists through that.
Oh yeah, I saw it down our right hand side against Arsenal. I mean, Bellerin didn't see it. He was already at the Emirates, right? Rather than
Bellerin. He was shocking within that. But also,
like I said, I want to take him to the Amazon rainforest so he can plant his trees.
Thing is, for Kane's goal, it's funny because you lot should have literally equalised a second before.
Mm.
But then,
Second
No, we're
Champions
too
League
busy.
season.
No, we're too busy pushing injured players on the pitch.
Yeah, that
what
was
do you
funny.
think about Chelsea? Do you think they'll win the second Champions League this season?
Atletico Madrid, well, either going to get battered 6-3 on aggregate, or it'll be 2-0 on aggregate to Atletico Madrid.
You
Well,
can
we
only
don't have a hope.
win once as well, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, win their second Champions League this season. Oh, Elena, Stephen, a Champions League trophy is what you win at the end of the tournament. You know, just to let you guys know.
Just thanks for letting me know. You know,
Yeah, thanks.
I feel like I did need that little lesson. Maybe you
Well,
should
you've
go and
both-
tell our board what
You've both
it does for us.
you've both only been there once, and you know it didn't end well.
Thank you, Jan Van, and thank you, Bits and Bobs as well. Everyone like, share, out everybody else as well. Thank you, Bits and Bobs, for that.
I tweeted this out, by the way, as well. So
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We're going to wrap up in a few minutes here. I'm going to ask you a question about what you think the results are going to be tonight, but let's just have a look at these last couple here. Nagelsmann is better fit to Spurs than Chelsea, and we have a better stadium and the training ground. We can buy him out if we want to. Look at Mourinho's wages, and now we have Pochettino's wages off. Would you agree with that, Elena?
no.
I mean, I would agree to an extent. Like, yes, we have the best. We have great facilities. Great externally, we are great. I just don't see our board actually. We do have the money to buy them out. I just don't see them actually doing it. So, like, I agree to an extent, but I feel like, yeah, there is definitely things that we won't do, and I don't see us approaching Nagelsmann seriously, giving him a contract that is worth it, and him taking it, especially with our recruitment. They've got our old director of football. He's got him at Leipzig and he's doing great there. We have not a great recruitment, even though people say we do. Our DOF literally left for Leipzig. I just feel like they're a lot more attractive right now. It depends if we're in the Champions League as well. I feel like if we do get Champions League, there's more of a chance. But if we don't, then Chelsea have the money and they will literally throw it at him.
You don't have a better training facility than Chelsea. You don't have a better. Well, maybe you have a better stadium.
I think we definitely have better. We have one of the best training facilities in the country.
No, you do. I don't deny that. I don't know if it's better than Chelsea's, but even then, you guys don't have the money to buy him out of his contract.
Well, we do have the money. It's just will we spend the money? There's a difference.
Yeah, but not many teams.
But you will spend the money. There's the difference.
No. Even we won't spend the money to buy him out of his contract. Not now. It's a lot of money.
I feel like you would if you seriously sacked Frank and you need someone. I genuinely think you will.
No, because we've been looking at Nagelsmann for years. So the whole plan is to wait a bit longer when his contract is almost done. Like the squad we're kind of building and assembling is kind of tailor suited for someone like a Nagelsmann or Tuchel, or kind of even Poch. Someone who's tactically aware, flexible, but he also has to be a proven winner, which is the problem. We were looking at Poch as well as Nagelsmann, but the problem was winning. So if Poch proves he's a winner at PSG and maybe he wins the Champions League or not, or if Nagelsmann proves it at Leipzig over the course of the next season or two, then one of them will be the aim for Chelsea. I'd rather have Nagelsmann, but it's a preference.
At this point, I'd rather have Nagelsmann as well. Because Poch needs the experience, he genuinely does, and he needs to challenge these egos, like actually play.
Do you think Poch will ever come back? Maybe not with Levy, but in general,
have a dream.
Come back to Spurs.
I have a dream he will, but I don't know if he actually will.
I have a dream.
I have a dream he will come back, but I don't think he actually would. I feel like, like you say, I don't think with our owners he would. I feel like it got really bitter towards the end, and I feel like it won't be a very good welcoming. I feel like if we was to sell the club, then maybe, but I don't think he'll come back under this ownership. Or it's the worst thing he could do, I think, to come back under this ownership.
Like, how do you think Man United fans are feeling right now, knowing that he's joined PSG? I bet they're real gutted, a lot of them. You know what I mean?
I mean, there are a lot of them that think now they're better than him, which is fair enough. But I'm very happy about this anyway. So I'm glad I don't have to see him, because he's a manager that grows a love with the fans. Like, he's very sentimental. So
big up to Gem in Indiana for
hi.
Family. Look at Elena. She's got her own Jose.
Shut up. I'm just very happy that he's not going to be in the Prem at another team because I don't think I could forgive him.
I think, honestly, though, I think with Tottenham at the minute, they're out externally, like you say, off
I
the
don't
pitch.
deny it, to be fair. I just like to think of us as a big club.
Well,
Oh,
no. In all fairness, banter aside, is that off the pitch, right? You've got the stadium, you've
Off the
got the
pitch, we're a giant.
facilities. Yeah, well, you're one of the biggest now in the country, right? But it's now what you now have to transfer that on the pitch,
I agree. Totally.
and that's what's going to be the
and
proving
that's
point.
why Jose is
But
there.
that's my problem with our board, because our board doesn't have that same ambition to do that.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
they do, because 45 in the comments, yes, people. Like Spurs fans, sorry, Chelsea have the best facilities in the country. We still don't have it to make our stadium bigger. No, let's give respect to Spurs, though. They do have a brilliant facility, and everything else aesthetically looks good, but you need to back that up with trophies again, which is why
No,
Joe
I
is
agree.
there.
But I also think, as I said in the Football Terrence chat, I said that off the pitch we are a giant, but the way we operate with players and transfers on the pitch, we act like Burnley, which is my problem.
Would you agree with that, Stephen? Look at you nodding your head there, like.
Yeah, because we're exactly the same. we act like we're a massive club, but act like we're one of the smallest in the country.
Yeah, it's
Right.
the way we do business.
And that's the way we've been for the last 16 years. And what you're seeing this season is what's been stirring throughout that whole 16 years. And what really winds me up is when people go this trust the process thing. It's like I said earlier, I've been waiting 16 years for that. Right? All you've been doing is recycling that word. Right? So yeah. I'll go off on a rant.
Here's bits and bobs. Well, you just kind of already did, but it was kind of like really cool and calm.
Yeah,
like.
yeah. I mean, I'm not. Look, it's only
crime has hurt them many times.
I've heard what?
It's only
My
second day
rants.
into the new year. I'm not getting fiery yet. I'll save it for the West Brom game.
I don't mind that, Elena. I like your rant. So at least what you're saying makes sense. Other than
I do make good points, but it's just if people actually listen to them without thinking she's just, slander for no reason. I genuinely
you are slander for no reason in terms of Jose, but the rest I agree with.
If you take Champions League next season, Elena?
Yeah, I'm thinking we'll get Champions League, but we need a cup now. I genuinely think we've got Jose Mourinho to get a trophy now. If we don't get one now, I feel like, it's going to start falling off and the players are going to not believe in this anti-football style.
That's always been the problem with him, though.
Crime.
He's so short-term.
I said anti-football and I didn't know if that would trigger you.
No, I love defensive football, because if you're winning, that's all that matters to me. So when people say, let's play this attractive, expansive football, if you're not winning trophies, it doesn't mean anything.
I agree, but then if you're not winning games playing like this, you need to win games to win.
Well, that's why a lot of people are getting the ump with Arteta at the minute, because he's trying to play the same thing, but he's not winning games.
So it's not
if he was winning games, if he was winning games like George Graham used to do it, I wouldn't give a damn.
We know all about that too, don't we?
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is weird. I still find that weird.
What, George Graham was at Spurs as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how we got Sol Campbell and won him a double.
Yeah.
If you're new to the channel and you're checking us out right now, go subscribe to us and go check out everybody else's content. You can see there.
Bring up what Bob said.
Bob is saying about Nagelsmann and his
Highline defense. The same Highline defense that got out of the Champions League group. So,
I still love him. The disrespect.
No, you don't. He's not going to Spurs. No, you don't. Stop.
I like him from a distance.
Yeah, keep away.
Don't get out the binoculars. Would you take Flick?
No, because I don't think he's that. It's a bit of a shout. I don't think he's as good as people say he is. I just think because Bayern, their setup, their history and how they run their club, and as well as the players, it's kind of an easy thing to do. Same as Zidane at Real Madrid, winning the 3 on the bounce. because of the way they're set up and the players that they had at their disposal, and Ronaldo bailing them out time after time again. You didn't have to do much.
Yeah.
I'll take him.
Zidane's not better than Poch, by the way.
No, you
Tactically,
don't
he's
need
nowhere
Poch.
near
I
Poch.
agree. I agree. It's fine. You don't need Poch. You don't have him. He's happy. Fine.
Arguably, I think Ollie's better than Zidane tactically.
You reckon so?
Well,
Yeah.
Matt, honestly, he's got. I mean, a lot of people going on about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but you're now sitting in second, joint top with
Because he
Liverpool.
doesn't have sauce, people don't want to give him credit.
Exactly. He doesn't.
If he was like, if he was
He can't be a
from, I
crap
don't know,
manager if he's
if he was
second to
from Cheese or
Liverpool.
something, or Argentinian or something,
exactly.
yeah, he'd be getting all of the praise. So yeah, it's
But
because
if
he
you're
looks a bit
challenging, if you're challenging Liverpool, right, joint top with a game in hand, right, or whenever if Liverpool obviously drop points this weekend, right, then I don't see why people are slating on Gunnar Solskjaer. That's got to be something to do with the manager, surely. It can't be the board and the players only.
It's 12-year-olds, bro. It's 12-year-olds, man.
Yeah, well, I keep telling you about these ads. I keep telling you about these 12-year-olds ads. Right, they compare Ozil to fucking Dennis Bergkamp, God's sake. Right, don't get me started. Right.
Telling you about these 12-year-olds is not something a grown man should be saying, Steve.
All I'm saying is, yeah. Personally, for me, I think we don't need a new manager, man. Like, all these Poch fanboys need to fucking get out, man. They need to grow up now.
Allow me.
Like, seriously. Like, no, honestly, it's okay. It's okay for Spurs. It's okay for Spurs fans. It's okay for Spurs fans. But Man United fans need to just get a grip now, man. Ollie's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. If he can get us third last season, exactly. If he got us third last season, and he's already doing better with his start currently than he did last season as well, why does he need to go? Personally, for me, Prime's always been, backing him, saying that, he's actually making key progression. Personally, I agree, because why would you, third is a progression. First progression. Where did he end before? He didn't end anywhere near the top three, right? And that's a disappointment. But he got third last season, didn't win anything. But now this season, he's eyeing up the Carabao Cup. We're in the Europa League again. I think we can win that, hopefully. But the FA Cup, there's not much to talk about that. I personally don't think we're going to go in for that. Personally, I think the Carabao Cup is something we should be going in for. And if we can win a trophy and get third, I'm happy. Personally,
Stephen. Ads, you're right. Winning the Carabao, if you're really in this title race and you really want to do it, winning the Carabao Cup can give you that mental factor to get you over the line.
But it's annoying that it's in April now. If it was in February, I would have been like, yeah, I agree. But the change of date is really annoying.
Oh, with the fixtures.
Yeah, they've changed the final. It's in April now.
It's still that mental factor.
No, I know, but I just mean if it was this season, I might say, yeah, we might win the Europa as well. But because it's so late, I feel like it's not giving.
Yeah, but I think other games, because of delays, they're going to be later. The season finishes anyway.
When's the FA Cup final?
Probably June, probably the way it's going.
Yeah,
because you even got Premier League games getting called off.
Personally, for me, it's too much, but I'm hungry for the Carabao Cup, man. I'm actually gassed for it, man. Listen, we can get that win against City. Oh my God. Listen, the gates are literally open for us. That gate is open for us, yeah, but
you're not beating.
That's my trophy to lose.
Exactly, you're not losing it. Spurs will win it.
Oh,
it's mine. Stay away. You have enough.
It's not yours. It's Jose's. Relax, okay?
It's mine. Jose Mourinho is not. It's my club and my teams. Not just Jose.
Jose's bigger than both you and your club. So
yes, but the Carabao Cup that he's going to win for my club is for my club.
Yeah, because he's bigger than your club.
Yeah, anyway, forget that.
Stop stirring, man.
I still want to win it, and it's not yours.
Jose's also bigger. Jose's also bigger than Arsenal.
No, Elena, do you know why he comes up with his hood and these sunglasses? Right, it's because all he does is talk like a troll, man.
He's sitting there. I bet he's got Jose Mourinho posters in his room. He's soon he's gonna have a
tissues in the bedroom as well.
Liverpool and Leeds are bigger than Spurs.
I'm surprised.
I don't have
Should we say
Jose
sexual
Mourinho
number
pull-up
one
faces.
here? He's
I
been
agree
doing
with
trolls
that,
and I'm
actually.
cussing him on my tweets reply.
I agree with that, Daniel. Actually,
Yeah, but-
Millwall and Leeds are way bigger. Come on.
Yeah, but Elena, I do that because you know
There's
I know
just no need.
I know.
And this was supposed to be a positive Spurs stream because we just won. There is
How
no
can it be
need.
positive? How can it be positive? You Spurs, but then again, I'll say that I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, I mean, I just sit there and laugh whenever I go on a stream that Arsenal.
Still guns blazing.
Yeah, but
Awesome.
handy flick.
Wouldn't
What
mind.
about Hasenhüttl?
I love him. I think he's so good.
I'd take him.
Genuinely. After that defeat, and then he's turned it around. I really do like him.
Yeah.
Arsenal need anyone, bro. Listen.
Like I said, I put my
Like I said,
application
bro.
in. They didn't accept it. I don't know why. I would have done it for free.
Like I said, yeah. Listen, Marley said all this stuff about Spurs, yeah. And I ain't gonna say it because it's a Spurs fan here, yeah. It's pretty disrespectful. But there's, Stephen. Listen, man, you're a good friend
Well,
of mine.
Marley,
But
you got to remember he's in a different continent. You
if
got to give him
Jesus,
respect
listen,
somehow.
if Jesus was in charge of Arsenal, you lot wouldn't even come close to top 3, bro. I'll tell you this now. Jesus can't save you, man. He can't. I'll tell you this now. You lot had your chance,
If
bro.
Chelsea lose today and they win, they're right back up there.
Oh, let's just hope Chelsea lose, man.
No, what's funny is that, like, I know this, but yet Elena's still sitting here worried about what we're doing rather than what's going on at the top.
Yeah, because we're not getting to the top. We're literally...
Well, yeah, you should be worried about top 4. You shouldn't be worried about us. We're not.
No,
We're
but
not challenging you anytime soon.
I've heard St. Tottering's Day and all of this in all my life. Do you know, I don't want that coming back up, so I worry. I worry.
What is St. Tottering's Day?
When Arsenal finish above us, even though we're like every season, like basically. But then we broke that narrative through.
That is so sad. And you see why I get onto Arsenal, man. That's so sad.
It's just childish, man. Yeah, but no, we know this now, right? Listen, club-wise, Spurs are not on the level of Arsenal, but team-wise, listen, elevation and that Spurs have got that above Arsenal.
I think Spurs are on the level.
Yeah, that's. I agree there.
I think Spurs are a bigger club than Arsenal lately.
Lately, of course, absolutely.
They act like one.
Past 5 seasons they've been, you can't knock them, man. Can't knock them at the moment.
That is the work Poch did, which no one likes to.
I can actually stand and like. Hey, what about the likes of? There's Josh.
No, he hates him.
Does he?
Okay.
Do you know what? I think Alex reminds me of what my mum's fiance is as a Crystal Palace fan. I'm not worried about what's going on at the top. We're not like title challengers winning. My mum's fiance is a Crystal Palace fan. He said, as long as we get to 40 points, I don't care. He doesn't even care if they get relegated.
We're title challengers just because I don't think we have the right personnel to win a title.
Yeah, but you want to win something.
Well, yeah, I do, but I just don't think we'll win the title. I don't think it's in Jose Mourinho's head either. Like Prime said, I feel like it's win something. It's not time to win the title yet. We're not ready for that.
But I just feel like when I do listen to, it just feels like it comes across that he's not wanting to put pressure on any of the team because he doesn't feel that we are favourites to win anything.
Well, all I'm saying is, listen, with Arsenal, I say it time and time again, I've seen better things on the bottom of my shoe, bro. Listen, I'll tell you this now, yeah, Arsenal are a disgrace. Listen, with the gas and hype with the gas and hype that was held at the start of the season, they should be performing to that extent, and they're not even performing to half of it. Sadly, Stephen, you know that's true as well.
My favourite debut.
Yeah, ads. You don't know what you're telling me, mate. I want the one.
I need to because it's just I don't need to tell you.
Gassing.
There are 12-year-olds in the chat at the moment.
Oh, for God's sake!
My favourite debut on the terrace thus far is Elena. She comes on and immediately onto Arsenal fans. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was the best day ever. And the Everton 2-1, that was great as well.
Shakhtar have more European trophies than Arsenal. Listen, yeah, there's certain players that were at that club before, so that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say.
A very strangely run club. I think all Donald Trump's involved with Shakhtar Donetsk. It's got
He is.
Yeah, it's a weird club.
Many good players. Many good players.
We have more major European trophies than Arsenal. So.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you?
What have you won?
Here we go.
They've only won one. We've won two.
What have you won?
We've won two.
Yeah, but one of them's not a big major European.
We won a European Fairs Cup. It was at its time, and we won the Cup Winners' Cup.
We won. What was it? The UEFA. It was basically what the Champions League was then, but now basically the Europa before in the 60s, 61.
Okay. What else?
Long time ago, but we do have more major European titles than Arsenal.
They were the days, man, when the Europa League was the league that everyone wanted.
When Europa League was that's when we won it.
Arsenal are next to Leeds. You'll be playing Norwich
in the playoffs next season.
Yo, I'm sure you're begging it, man.
Imagine having to play Millwall.
Oh
We've
God!
Got two major European trophies, and Arsenal have
Hey,
one.
it's already said. I've already said to my friend, a friend of mine.
Everyone can remember that.
I live on the Norfolk-Southwark border, right? So a friend of mine's a Norwich fan. I've already asked him to pre-book the tickets.
All I'm gonna say to you is, I
like my bias as well. Yeah, I like
Millwall and Arsenal are two disgraces to the footballing community. So basically, let's not talk about them on this channel, right? Because they're just disgrace. Absolutely,
it's Matt's channel. We can talk what we like.
Well, all I'm gonna say is, you don't want to talk about Arsenal. You don't want to talk about Millwall. That's fine.
That's all right. I'll come back on my channel now. That's all right.
Okay,
no
sick
problem.
then, man. It's over then, bruv. Friendship's over. We won't talk about it no more then. But no, I'm only fucking with you, man. But I'll be real now. Arsenal, they need to get better, because if they carry on like this, it sounds like I'm fucking going on about this, man. People just keep
it can't get any worse.
People keep
get any worse.
People keep keeping me up saying this, but listen, all the generations to come, they are going to never witness. They're never going to witness Arsenal doing bits. They're never going to, right? I have lived through a lifetime. Well, I'm young, yes, but I've lived through times where Arsenal were at least half decent and they've had good players in their team, right?
More than them,
they are dead. Stephen, listen, I pray. Listen, for you, Kesh, not a gal. For you, Kesh, for you and Kesh especially, I pray that Arsenal at least, project a little bit, I guess, by like a short 30% max, maybe. Get a good player in, bruv, and then you lot might do something. But that's what you 12-year-olds think, man.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the American don't give a crap. So as long as he's in charge,
Kroenke, don't get me fucking started.
As long as he's in charge, and as long as that board with no experience is in charge, nothing's going to change.
I know, Stephen. I know you're gonna get pissed when I say this. Yeah, just the mere mention of his name. Yeah, listen, Ty.
I know. I want to throw up.
He buys £600 worth of fucking Arsenal merch every season, because I've read into it. The Arsenal tops cost £100 in their gift shop, so he's buying 3. That's 300. Then he buys a jumper. Then he buys a jacket, glasses. The untested shit in his bottle, then the bottle itself, the hat and the glasses. So near enough, that's round £600-700 he's wasting every single year.
That's madness. That's not factoring in all the season tickets and stuff.
Yeah, and I don't even need to talk about that, but he's a nightmare. I like him, but he's keeping Kroenke in the job. He's keeping Kroenke in the job, man. And personally, it's just a disgrace.
Ellen, let's ask you this from O'Shea here, and we'll wrap up in about 5 minutes. I promise you, I keep saying it, don't I? I've been saying it for the last an hour, I think. Ellen, stop it. You guys are on the same level as Everton in terms of trophies. You were trying to respond to that. What was you?
Yes, I was trying to say we still have more European credibility than Arsenal do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yes, but but I'm saying that we have more major European trophies than they do. But people don't know that, because people don't realise that Arsenal are actually very bad in Europe.
Back in the day, you have to be champions to qualify for the Champions League. Listen, I don't know who that's targeted to, but I don't want no stupidness, because Manchester United, we used to earn our spots in these outside Prem competitions. We always do, and still now we do. But I agree with him to an extent, because Manchester United, we're not the same team that we were, and we're never going to be. But it's not like we can't live up to the billing in at least one season that we are at the moment. If we win the league this season, oh my God, listen, Liverpool fans, you're getting slaughtered. I'll tell you this now, you're getting slaughtered. Listen, it'll be the Liverpool slaughter show on GNA TV if we win the league.
I've already got one fan that's messaged me this morning, giving it
who's that?
To the Man United fans. I think Chris is in the chat somewhere. He's been giving it to me. So
yeah,
right.
Chris.
And trust me, if you want to set up a boxing match on my channel, we'll set it up. Whatever, like a debate.
Oh,
Listen.
speaking of which, Steve.
Whatever preview.
Yeah, the UEFA Champions Cup, innit? UEFA Cup Champions Cup thing.
Is that a dig?
Yeah, it's a major European trophy, which we have more than Arsenal. So
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Spurs could win the Champions League before Arsenal.
Oh my god! Don't make me puke, bro. Oh my god! They can, but will they? Will they even be competitors? Personally, I don't think they will be. That's just my
if we invest, yeah, but if we don't know.
Yeah, if you invest, then yeah, you will. But
yeah,
people have to remember.
Yeah, but Tottenham have got more chance of investing than we have.
Sometimes you just have to be.
Yeah,
lucky.
we do have more chance than you know. We're not in that bad of a position, but I still think that.
Yeah, but you're more likely as a board to going to invest than we are.
No, just look at the Spurs squad, for example. Sometimes you just have to have a bit of luck. Because what was it? You played Ajax, you got through, right? That's that final. If that doesn't get given for a penalty in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, I agree.
You never know how it can go. You guys, in my opinion, I think you would have won the final if that didn't happen.
I agree. We were the better team as well.
I agree, and I'm just glad Elena's not talking about
Spurs.
Or
actually, if you had a more experienced manager,
we actually played football that day, but we don't do that anymore. So
if you had a more experienced manager, I think you would have won it.
Basically, if you had Jose.
No, not Jose. If you just had an experience, like an Ancelotti or something. Someone who's been there before.
No, but in European credibility, that's why I want the Europa, because it's just funny even more.
Yeah, but the Europa League gets mocked too much. I say it's the Losers' Cup. It's not a fucking Losers' Cup. It still deserves respect, in my opinion.
I mean, Chelsea and United fans here should really like it.
Well, personally, the theme bangs. I can't lie, but
you're mocking that.
The quality of the teams in there, they're not on our level.
Indiana, you're mocking that.
Personally, for me, well, I have a question for Ellen though. Listen, that 3-3 draw against Ajax, didn't that make you feel a little bit scared? Because for me, the confidence should have been knocked after that game because you lot should have slapped them.
What, as in the semi-final?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They played really well we played shit in the second half. In the first half, sorry. Second half it was all us, but first half we were shocking.
I think, to be honest, if Ajax weren't so young and had better game management, they wouldn't have come to that.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
but
Oli was the manager.
Madrid, Ajax did a lot in that Champions League. I feel like they were underrated. They weren't like, they should blow us out the water. So when they were 2-0 up, I remember looking at my dad and we were just like, they can't even put up a fight for a Champions League final. And then when we scored the first goal, we didn't celebrate. Second goal, we celebrated. And then I said to my dad, don't get the hope. The hope is what's going to kill you. And he just looked at me and he goes, too late. And I was like, no, you can't do this to yourself. And then when Vertonghen hit the bar, I thought that was the chance.
Yeah, but what about this season, though? What about this season?
But it was worrying. There's no denying that you are correct. It was worrying. I didn't think we were going to go and dominate Liverpool or anything, but I felt like it's our first final, other than the League Cup where Chelsea won it. It was our first final under the Poch era that was serious, and I just felt like we were going to give it more. But when you look back at it, we were shocking in the league throughout that whole time. So it should have been signs that we should have been more worried. But I just felt like it was our time, and I've always said that I feel like that was the time to win the Champions League, and the Leicester year was the time to win the league, and we've missed both those chances.
What about Lask though, Eleanor? That's the game I meant as well. That game must have been worrying for you because that quality. You compare your team to theirs.
Oh yeah,
there's a big difference. That must have been worrying.
This is my problem. We on paper we have better teams than most of these teams we play, and yes, like you say against Lask, I was like, why? How can I not criticize this? This is ridiculous. Our team is so much better. So it's definitely worrying to say the least. To have a team that is that good and a team that is so below your supposed quality, and then you lose the game. Yeah, it was definitely worrying.
Wait, what does he mean? Brighton 1, Wolves 3. What is he talking about, man?
That's the result right now.
Oh my god, man! God,
just to wrap up now, I'm sorry that that's hurt you, Ads. I know it's tough. It's tough. What was I going to say? To wrap up, let's just figure out what you think the scores are going to be, or make your predictions for the score tonight between Arsenal and West Brom and the Chelsea game.
Come on, Sam. Come on, Big Sam.
Go on, Elena. What do you think of both games? What are your predictions?
I'm going to go 1-1. I'm just going to be optimistic and think Sam's got it. Come on, Big Sam.
How about you, Prime?
I think he's muted. Prime?
He's muted out. Yeah, go on in, Ads. Go in for it.
Listen, I'll be real. Yeah, I'm not used to slandering Arsenal. Yeah, I haven't recently.
Yeah, you are.
Don't get me wrong. No, Stephen, be real now. Only in recent weeks have I. Yeah, because new year, new me. That's that's me now, man. I'm slandering any team that fucking slanders us. Yeah. Listen, I hope you lot get slapped today. I hope you lot get murked. I hope your Clark gets busted tonight, but it's not gonna happen.
I'd love that. Do you know how much I'd love that?
I think today you lot will edge them about 2-1. You'll edge them 2-1. It'll be a close game.
I'd just go optimistic with a 1-1, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd honestly say 1-0. I think both of us will just sit off. I'll probably end up falling asleep.
Just 1-0.
I'll be doing my watch along though, right? So you're welcome to join, but probably we'd be more debating about stuff rather than actually watching it.
Yo, that message there, yeah. Yo, AAA, triple B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, listen. I know Spurs are a small club. I know they're a small club. Yeah, listen.
It's like I'm not sitting
but
right
at
here.
At the moment, 1 second. I'll say this now. At the moment, they are a big club. All right, but you compare them to Arsenal, their achievements are not there. But you need achievements. You need key achievements to be a big club. Personally, I think Tottenham they are fairly big. Don't get me wrong. Because you compare them to the likes of Brighton and, Villa, teams who've actually won something, they're bigger than them both. But history is there and that has to count. So for me, Spurs are a big club. I don't care what they've won. They are a big club and they have good players in there.
As you redeemed yourself.
Bam! Listen, I could just turn around now and just slag off Tottenham completely, but I won't.
No, you can. We have a lot of things to slag us off about. But I just don't think that Arsenal are as desirable as Spurs right now. I really don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you're only leaning towards me. Right?
Listen,
I don't slander Man United.
We have no beef. Yeah, but it's your fan base about El Nini's better than
yeah,
Fred.
But that's the fan base, ain't me.
Rubbish.
Right? I'm separate from the fan base, right? The fan base are more deluded.
Chris as well. Listen, once Corona breaks over, yeah, and if Liverpool, listen, you want to beef me, yeah? Listen, I've got hands. Listen, we can link up and have a fight if we win the league.
No, we're not doing any violence. We just have a major debate over StreamYard.
Real life meet up, GNA TV boxing match. Listen, if Liverpool win the league, you bet. If you bring the smoke and you slag off our team, listen, I'll bring it. I'll 100%.
Do you know what? I'm actually gonna do a watch along to that. To be honest, I might even do that.
Let's go.
Prime back there again. Where are you, Prime? Prime in the house. Lifting 1, 2, 1, 2. Are you there?
He's gone to do some business with Jose.
He's probably gone on another stream because he's just everywhere.
Yeah,
he's gone to make sure Jose's there for another year.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hello.
To finish off the vlog for us, what do you think? Oh, he's going to answer a question first. Hang on.
Yeah, what have you been saying in here? Okay.
What do you think the predictions are going to be for the Arsenal game and the Chelsea game tomorrow, mate? Your predictions, so yeah.
City, 5-1 City.
Wow! What?
Oh, come on, man!
I think we'll get battered.
Be positive.
West Brom.
Get prepared, Stephen.
I'm not bothered.
They don't have any goal scorers, do they, West Brom?
The goalkeeper is.
They've got Big Sam now, the master.
But they've got no players that have come from our squad, so they can't score.
Let's see.
That's true.
Yo, what's that scandalous message? What's that scandalous comment from Will? Listen, Will, you think Jorginho's the best DM in the fucking league? What are you talking about? What are you talking
Oh God, that's it. Set him off.
He never said Jorginho's the best DM. Relax.
No, if he
Guys,
can listen,
this has
if he
gone
can
on for
listen,
so
Prime,
long.
Prime, listen. If he wants to listen, Prime, if he wants to lie, then I can lie as well. That's how it works.
Okay, but fire doesn't help. But fine. I think against Arsenal it will be Adner 14. You heard that's true. I think the score will be 1-0 West Brom.
Yes. Well, all I'm gonna say to you is, listen. If Chelsea lose, I can at least banter Gem, but I think City will lose personally. I do think they are.
Right. City also have
O'Shea, you're
injuries,
chatting
actually,
shit.
so it might be 3. City also have injuries to be fair, so it might be 3.
What is this?
O'Shea, what are you talking about?
They're coming to get you. I don't know what you've done to O'Shea.
Trophies is the most.
O'Shea, he'll be on my channel later if you want to give him more beef.
But let's end this because Elena probably has places to be.
Yes, we got.
I don't really. It's lockdown, but yeah.
If you watch it now and you want to check out what we went through right there, it's pretty cool. Just whiz back, rewind, press the like, press the share, subscribe, and check out everybody else's platforms. And I'm just going to ask you now to let everyone know where they can find you. Start with Eleanor first.
Oh, I'm at LilyWhite_TV on Twitter and Instagram, and at LilyWhiteTV on YouTube.
Thank you very much for coming on, and that was really good for you for doing that with us earlier until Prime and everybody else came in, and you bring up the debate a lot.
Is his name Jose Sexual?
Yeah, you can find me here. Where, Arsenal beat Chelsea, so I can't banter Arsenal. I might trigger Elena a few times, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you can also find him on every stream there is.
He'll be on my stream when we concede. He'll jump on.
I like it. It's fun. I like it when Prime comes on. He gives good conversation. So keep doing it.
I haven't been on yours, so you know.
No, but I haven't had any guests yet. I only just did one live stream with the girls.
I know, which is a hint.
All right, we'll do it. We'll get Prime on.
Do it. Stephen, shout us out. Let us know where we can find you.
Well, you can find us at SVT TV. Follow Arsenal as well as F1 whilst raising awareness for liver disease. So,
brilliant, mate. Ads.
Oh yeah. Shit. Yeah. You can find me on Twitter. Backing my players. You can also find me. You can find me at Adzils on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. You can also find me on GNA TV as well. I just did a wrap up for the game yesterday with bits and bobs on there, so make sure to go check that out. And let's hope Chelsea get demolished tomorrow.
Let's hope for it. And
wait. Did you check the latest comment?
Well, latest comment, bro. It's probably a Fred comment, isn't it?
This one.
No, the other one.
This one.
No, the other one.
This one?
No, the bottom one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
It wasn't there yet. Right. Yes.
Copy and paste that, man. But
Stephen, you're about to go live as well, so that's why I put it in there.
But can I just say something, Matt, quick? Listen, I want to apply to 2 comments. Yeah, listen. Triple A, Triple B. Listen, you asked me how does ads know about the biggest clubs in England. Listen, I know more than you will ever know. Listen to me. I know I'm young and that, but I'm representing the youth, and that's my job on this platform, man. And that's what I fight for, man. Because I try my hardest to talk sense. And then I have Will, saying Jorginho has more European trophies, then he's had a better career than Fred. Listen, I don't care about some bull fucking crap who magically got a fucking head transplant and moved to Chelsea. Listen, I don't care. Yeah, I don't fucking care. Fred is better than Jorginho. End the stream. There we go. Brilliant.
That's it. We're all done. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Go hit subscribe, share, like. Go check out everybody else's stuff. And if I can click on the right thing, see you later, everyone. Take care. Thank you for coming on.
King Jose.